Hi all, and welcome to Warhammer with my wife, a variety show where I get my very crafty wife to do all sorts of Warhammer related things. On this episode, we'll be trying our hand at making our first Warhammer themed recipe, Squigs in a blanket. Squigs, also known as squiggly beasts, are the simplest form of orc life in Warhammer. There's over 30 known varieties, each of which serve different uses in orc society. A common one? Delicious gnomes. All squigs are edible, but only certain ones are actually used as food. We went down to the local snotling farm and picked up a few squig sausages, also known on Terra as hotlings. These thicker sausages also allow us to make squigs in a blanket fit for Ghazghkull Thraka himself. To start, we're going to set our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit with a trusty magical snap. While that's warming up, we're going to begin making our squigs proper. Using a toothpick, we're going to gently poke a hole in the right side of the link and rotate the outer edge in a circular motion to widen it just a bit. Repeat this on the other side, then use a knife or carving tool to make a small horizontal cut across the bottom. We opted for a carving tool because the V-shape made the perfect mouth. Squeeze to make sure the mouth can open and repeat for the rest of your squigs. Once that's done, we wanted to put eyes inside the top holes we created. Feel free to get creative with ingredients on this one, but we opted to use sugar pearls to give them a nice little glare. Now that these squigs have seen the horrors of war, they need lots of teeth in their mouth, because if there's anything orcs love more than violence, it's teeth. To make some nice little teeth slivers, we cut and halved a white onion into thin strips, making sure we left just a bit of a point on the tips. Now place a teeth in your squig's mouth holes. Some orc friends caught wind of our cooking and decided to keep an eye on us as well. With that done, these squigs need a blanket because I'm sure they get cold at night. Sprinkle a layer of flour onto your cooking surface and dust the leftovers off into the roll of crescent dough. If you feel confident, you can make the dough from scratch beforehand, or you can opt into a pre-made sheet like we did. Spread it out into a long, thin layer across your surface, dust with flour, and flip. Add one last sprinkle, then cut the dough into strips lengthwise. We had 5 squigs, so we cut 5 strips. Spread your strips out and briefly lift to ensure they aren't sticking to your surface. Flour again if you need to. Then take a squig and gently wrap it around the dough along the length, making your way from the top down to the tail. Don't worry too much if the end of your dough isn't sticking. A nice egg wash will seal that up here in just a minute. Once your squigs are wrapped, clear the surface of any remaining flour and pull out a medium to large size pan. Place a sheet of parchment paper across to prevent these squigs from sticking, and then lay them out with about 1 to 2 inches of space in between. Next, we'll make that egg wash we just mentioned. Thankfully, a wash is pretty simple. Take a single egg, crack it into a small bowl, and then whisk it until completely smooth. Then take a brush, or in our case, a rubber spatula, and lightly cover the tops and the sides of your squigs. Now is also a great time to get any ends that didn't stick with a combo of egg wash and light pressure. You can add more wash if need be, just like we did. Drop your pan into the now heated oven for 12 to 15 minutes. You'll want to be sure that the dough is firm but not crispy and that the tops are brown. Next, hand wave the squigs onto a single serving dish and then prepare to cover them with the ketchup of your enemies. Yes, ketchup. We want these squigs to have a bite, so we took 1/4 cup of ketchup, added a few dashes of chili or bowl sauce, and a few taps of black pepper before mixing. Feel free to change up the hot sauce based on your spice preference, or don't use any at all. Once that's mixed, lather them in the nice ketchup bath, and don't be afraid to get them messy. I hear they like that. Finally, we're going to pay homage to our Groutling caretakers by adding a single pickle garnish to the top. And that's it, everybody. Our squigs are looking good and we're excited to rip into them. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more recipes, Warhammer with my wife vids, and other great shows we'll be making. Thanks.